Wow, did you see that? I had the most fun with that new feature. I was just playing around with the Insta360 One X2 and it has this new feature that lets you do what looks like an impossible shot. So it's called the fly-through effect. And in this video, I'm going to show you what's so amazing about it. And I'm going to show you how to do it. But what if you don't have an Insta360 One X2? Well, don't worry, I got you covered. I'm going to show you how to do a similar effect if you don't have the Insta360 One X2. Let's get started. So the first step to using the fly-through effect is to connect your Insta360 One X2 to your phone, then launch the Insta360 app. Now in the shooting screen, you'll see a new icon that looks like a paper airplane. Tap on that. That's going to launch the fly-through mode. Alright, so with fly-through activated, I just press the record button on my phone, then it's going to start recording. Then I treat my camera like a paper plane. So just gonna fly around with it, around this tree, and now it's time to go through that tree. So I go through the gap, then I pause it with this marker here. And then I go around the tree, then I point the other way and I resume the video by pressing the marker again. Then I continue with the video. And then I press stop. And here's the best part. Processing it is super easy. All we have to do is tap on the gallery icon and then tap on that video that we just recorded, and the app will automatically analyze the footage. Give it a few seconds. And here's the video. So with the fly-through effect, we can take the invisible flying camera to the next level. We can go through barriers. Let's see if we can get some more interesting shots with this. Here are 5 tips for using the fly-through effect. First, after starting a transition, make sure that you have at least 4 seconds before marking the end of the transition, or else the transition won't work. Second, you can add more than one transition. After your first transition, just keep shooting and adding others. Third, you can choose to have the transition shot face any direction. You don't always have to point toward the original direction. Fourth, to make the fly-through more realistic, fly the One X2 like a plane. Avoid rolling it side to side too much. Here's a tip. When you're going through barriers, be careful not to scratch your lenses. Now, one way to do that is to rotate the camera so that the lenses face away from the nearest surface. But please note that doing that will add a roll to your fly-through video, which may or may not be what you intended. So as you can see, the fly-through effect is really amazing. But what if you don't have an Insta360 One X2? Here's how you can do it with the Insta360 One R or almost any stabilized 360 camera. To simulate the fly-through effect on the Insta360 One R or other 360 cameras, you need to pass your camera through a barrier, then with your other hand, reach around and grab the selfie stick so that you won't get stuck behind the barrier. Now as you do this, you must remain behind the camera so that you won't be visible. Do this smoothly enough and it can look like the fly-through effect. Now obviously this workaround does have its limits. You have to be able to reach around to the other side and grab the selfie stick from the other side. So that's one limit, and the other thing is it's not as smooth, but it can still look pretty interesting. For more tips with your 360 camera, hit subscribe and I'll see you in 360.